Text, stay well. In Sequoia, Kings Canyon, Wilderness, a man and woman walk on a
I
trail.
love spending time in the wild,
I think I've got a blister coming on.
They take off their packs and sit.
but there's nothing worse than getting injured or sick on the trail.
The man opens a first aid kit. He puts a band-aid on his toe.
Got some band-aids here
People get sick in the wilderness for all sorts of reasons.
and some medical tape.
I always come prepared with a first aid
I'll
kit,
get this band-aid on there before we...
but I try to avoid getting sick or injured in the first place by following a few basic rules. Rule number 1. Know your limits and plan accordingly.
Switch to animation.
Exhaustion makes us more susceptible to illness
The woman runs,
and can lead to injuries.
then falls, exhausted.
And if I'm sick before even starting a trip, I'm likely to be sick on the trail
The
too.
man sneezes onto his map.
When I plan out my itinerary,
A twisty route on the
make
map
sure not to overexert myself.
is erased.
If I do feel sick, I'll simply change my plan so that it's less strenuous. And I factor in rest days, with plenty of time to catch my breath.
A shorter line is drawn on the map. Live action. The hikers look at their map, then point up at a mountain.
Whenever we travel above 8,000 feet, we're on the lookout for altitude sickness.
Animation. The woman sprints past the man.
Speeding up the mountain without giving your body time to adjust to the elevation
She runs uphill.
exposes you to altitude sickness and often ends poorly.
She collapses and slides back down.
Instead, I take it slow and steady,
The man eats a sandwich.
allowing my body time to acclimate.
He continues his slow walk uphill.
Less oxygen at high altitude makes it hard to think clearly. I make sure never to let it get to the umbles. Stumbling, mumbling,
The
fumbling.
woman stands and hits her head.
Rule number 2. Stay hydrated with treated water.
Live action. The man and woman sit by a stream, pumping water through a filter. Animation.
Trekking through the wilderness can be hard work. I try to stay hydrated by drinking the fluids I sweat out on the trail.
The man sees a pond.
But not all water is safe to drink.
He dives into it and squirts water through his mouth.
Bacteria and parasites live in some lakes and streams around the park and can make you seriously ill.
The man clutches his stomach.
We make sure water is safe to drink by boiling it, filtering it, or treating it with iodine or chlorine.
Photos pop on screen, showing types of water treatment. Live action. The man brushes his teeth.
My third rule for staying healthy on the trail is, quite simply, good hygiene.
The woman cleans her hands with hand sanitizer.
Everybody gets dirty and sweaty when they're backpacking,
Animation.
but bad hygiene is
The
different.
man, looking filthy, wipes his nose. The woman makes a disgusted face.
Bacteria spreads quickly through a group,
Green germs spread through a group of girls.
so we are especially careful when it comes to sharing food and drinks.
Live action. The two hikers cook food by their campsite.
Embracing the dirt and grime that comes with being in the wilderness is part of the experience, but I'm always careful to stay clean and healthy enough to enjoy it safely.
Animation. The man, asleep, sucks his thumb. Inside an arrowhead icon, a bison stands in front of a snowy mountain peak, with the words, National Park Service. Beneath the logo, text reads, Sequoia and Kings Canyon, National Parks.